Welcome back for the Licensing Subcommittee. It's Monday the 17th of November 2025. In the matter of Licensing Act 2003, application for variation of a premises licence, Delaneys, 77B, Castle Road, Southsea. All parties shall receive written confirmation of the decision and reasons. Decision. The subcommittee has considered very carefully the application for variation of a premises licence at Delaneys. It gave due regard to the Licensing Act 2003, the licensing objectives, statutory guidance and the adopted statement of licensing policy. The subcommittee considered the relevant representations, both written and given at the hearing by all parties. Human rights legislation and the public sector equality duty has been borne in mind whilst making the decision. The subcommittee noted that the application sought an extension in hours for the sale, supply of alcohol at the premises until 2300 hours, Monday to Sunday, save for New Year's Eve, when the proposed terminal hour is 0100 hours. There have been representations from residents, a total of 28, with 9 objecting and 19 in support. Those objecting raised concerns broadly in relation to the licensing objectives of public nuisance and crime and disorder. No formal representations had been made by responsible authorities. In particular, it was noted that neither the police nor environmental health had raised any concern with the application. Conditions had been agreed with the police, and environmental health have confirmed that no noise complaints had been made for over 2 years in relation to Delaneys. The premises are run as a cafe/restaurant and has been the subject of previous applications to vary the licence. The subcommittee was referred to the right of review as a protection for residents in future. Licensing confirmed no issues reported to them in relation to noise. After having heard all of the above evidence, the subcommittee determined that the licence variation should be granted as applied for, subject to a condition prohibiting the use of outside seating after 9 p.m. on any evening, and similarly no open containers or consumption of alcohol outside after 9 p.m. Reasons. Oh, I've gone too far. The subcommittee considered residents' concerns carefully, in particular those living in very close proximity to the premises. It had to balance those concerns against the interests of the business. Concerns centred on noise from patrons outside the premises and noise music at the premises causing nuisance. The subcommittee has had to consider the extent of the impact that the proposed variation might have upon the licensing objectives generally and the prevention of public nuisance objective in particular. The subcommittee has had to acknowledge that no representation had been received from the police or environmental health, and therefore the inference must be drawn that their professional position is that the proposal is not likely to undermine the licensing objectives. Weight have been attached to that position on the basis that both are considered the lead in their respective fields in accordance with the statutory guidance. For the premises, it was stated the application was for the opportunity to trade on a level playing field in line with 13 businesses surrounding the premises, which trade until the hours applied for. The application would provide flexibility to trade within those hours, and it is not necessarily the intention to trade until 11 p.m. on every night. This will lessen the need to use the use of temporary event notices. The premises shall continue to ensure patrons leave quietly. Music will be kept to a minimum. Double glazed doors have been installed to the rear. Air conditioning has been installed, meaning doors and windows can be kept closed when they would have been open airflow. They'll be introducing fine wines by the glass and not be promoting irresponsible alcohol consumption. Sound installation has already been installed but will be improved as part of the refurbishment. Soft furnishings have been increased within the premises, and additional ceiling installation and additional soundboards will be installed. The number of residential properties representations in support of the premises were also considered. The conditions imposed will serve to protect residents from the noise outside the premises, and when twinned with the additional measures undertaken at the premises, particularly the sound insulation, double glazing to the rear, and newly installed air conditioning, it is anticipated that the noise nuisance can be addressed by the restriction of outside use. Patrons shall still be allowed outside to smoke, but if they are unable to take drinks outside after 9 p.m, it is anticipated that this will limit much of the noise nuisance complained of. Residents can also be reassured that there is the power of review of a licence variation leads to the licensing objectives being undermined, and on review steps can be taken to restrict the licence, impose conditions, or in extreme circumstances revoke the licence when evidence shows issues result from the licensing activity. Action could also be taken by environmental health in relation to the statutory noise nuisance if reported. There is a right of appeal for all parties to the Magistrate Court, which must be lodged within the period of 21 days from notice of the decision. And I close today's meeting at 11:30. Thank you.